rodeo. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. They run with Taylor. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Taylor, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's Taylor. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, This is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gold now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Zach Cunningham coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
The play Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Tempo.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Gun! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Detroit!
Looking to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit! Gun!
He'll look to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for the Niners. 53 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They come out here in the eye. He'll get it up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Taylor, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he powers his way up past the 30. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 2 yards on that play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Wilson steps away to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Wilson. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw is Wilson. To throw on second down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down. They go play action here on first down. Nope. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 101 yards. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Now, special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now they try the right side here. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 50. Past the 20. 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Being chased out left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Third and long. It's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Dorsett on the return. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun. Leopard.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Gun. Detroit.
They're going to look to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 8 yards there and a 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Hot. Gun.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he fires one incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go. 319.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
Gun. Hot.
back to throw here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back now here in Santa Clara. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw from his end zone. Wilson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Dorsett. Nifty footwork at the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll set up to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
It makes the rest of this fourth quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They run it again with Kamara. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Throwing is Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they'll try to squeeze in 1 more play here before the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Kamara. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. And a throw right sideline is complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Two running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that goes for a gain of 31.
Close to field goal range now. Get up, get set, and spike it.
They'll set up a throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Check, check. Watch it before. Watch it before. And let's pin the mirror. Hot!
They'll look to throw here. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hut!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Hut!
Now back to throw. Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Smart play to get rid of it there, but now it's 4th down. Your margin for error pretty much out the window.
That means you have to come up with a big-time throw here and a completion in order to keep this 2-minute drive going.
So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. Oh, Gould missed it. It's no good. Wide to the left, off the mark, and that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Dancing to his left. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Now Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. To throw again is Wilson. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up.
14.
Wilson will throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Again, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Throwing again here, Wilson. And that's incomplete.
I remember growing up playing basketball, my coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.